I honestly didn't think we'd be able to capture more than one switch on camera, but here we are. Something that holds a lot of mystery around dissociative identity disorder is the dissociation itself. What does it look like? Does it surround switches? Are there episodes? Are these short term, long term? What does it look like? So we managed to capture a few really strange dissociative episodes. I call them strange because they just were weird. I don't know exactly how to describe them. Dissociative episodes are weird. Sometimes they can strike you at complete unawares, or sometimes there are reasons behind it, like if you came into contact with someone you really don't want to see, or if it's a very bad time of the year for you, or if there's just a lot of responsibilities piling up, which is typically what causes us to dissociate, and then things don't get done as soon as we'd like them to, but they do, so it's good. But dissociative episodes are episodes of where you feel very disconnected from your body. Sometimes this can be because you're about to switch, or you've just switched and are still getting situated into the body, or it could just be very random and it could completely strike you at unawares, like what happened in the clips that we captured. So essentially, during these episodes, we figured, hey, it would be interesting to see what these actually look like. So this is partially for our own benefit as well, so we can actually see what it looks like when we dissociate and have it documented. So in these cases, it was kind of a switchy time a little bit. These were captured on 2 different days with a few different alters in them, so there are more than one switches caught on camera coming up here. And there's a lot of just blank staring into the camera or staring off into space a little bit, which is partially what dissociation entails. So be prepared for a lot of awkward silences. So without further ado, these are what our dissociative episodes look like. So something I've been wanting to do for a while is actually kind of film a dissociative episode. These things kind of strike out of nowhere at this point. This one kind of just happened during class. We were going over a kind of a slideshow about realism, I think. And then I started thinking about my life. Then I was like, what is reality to me? And then Ivan was out earlier, is still co-conscious, is still trying to front, but this is getting really hard. I'm trying to stay out as best as I can, but I keep slipping, and I think it's me struggling that's making us be like this. Yeah, this is kind of what dissociative episodes consist of. Just me, like, staring off into space and struggling to be here. And it's not very easy. It kind of feels like my head right here is kind of like wobbling. Everything doesn't really seem to be in focus. It's kind of everything kind of fluctuates and flows, and I'm trying to ground myself with a cat, but that doesn't always necessarily work. Grounding yourself is pretty hard in some of these episodes, but really awesome cats help. Awesome cats always help. Yeah. I'm trying to like grasp words on what I can say, but those are all just going, I almost want to say in one ear and out the other, but I'm not listening, so maybe I guess I could say in one lobe and out the other of the brain. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like trying to hold on to something that's not there, or like you're a ghost or something. Somehow I'm gonna have to pull myself out of this before class, because I've got about like half an hour of free time between things that I have to do today. I'm probably gonna try to get Fenrir out because it's a dance class and he likes that, and me going into dance class like this is not a good idea. So yeah, this is kind of what an episode looks like to me. I'm always a little bit reluctant to use the word episode because it sounds pretty extreme, but these happen like all honestly every couple of days, and it's just kind of part of life at this point, you know. Just not feeling like you're connected to your own body like ever. And it's usually worse for me personally because I try not to front very much. So I get stuck with trying to not, and then other people try to stay out, and sometimes that's not the best choice. So yeah. I'm trying to stay out at the moment. I was trying to use one of my songs to stay out, but it stopped working as well. I think it's because there's another system we know on campus, and one of her alters supposedly claimed my song is hers as well. So there's negative connotations to it, and I'm trying to taint the meaning of it, and it kind of tainted the meaning of it for me, I guess. So now whenever I play it, I think of them. I don't want to do that. Today's dissociative episode started out with me getting paint on my hands. I'm one of the ones with the strong comorbidity of OCD, and that didn't sit well with me. I just got really anxious, and I started doing a lot of things like reorganizing the fridge and making a lot of lunch and trying to get things done that we were supposed to get done. And now it just kind of burnt out. This is usually what happens when we go through like a big kick of anxiety, is we get burnt out and then dissociate. It's like now that the body's exhausted all the energy, what now? I have to do my homework, but right now that'd be difficult. There's cat hair all over the couch. I think they're shedding. It's winter. It's awkward. God, switching on camera is like changing your clothes in front of people. It's really weird. But yeah. I wasn't prepared to be staring a tablet in the face. Well, not really in the face, tablets don't have faces, but whatever. I feel pretty okay now. That's a plus. Just feel a little surprised, a little kind of shaken, I guess. Feels like my face is really stiff, especially in the forehead. But yeah, these episodes can really come and go like that. They're not really something that's they're not really something that's long term usually. Sometimes we can spend days like that, but it's pretty rare. That's all I have to say on this. I'm gonna go try to do homework, I think. I have German to do, so that's that.
Update, it's like 20 minutes later, and I'm really tired and I kind of don't want to move. Dissociation can make you really tired. And it usually does. So I'm always tired. Always. I mean, the homework's gonna get done anyway. So I figure sitting on the couch for another like 10 minutes isn't gonna do any harm. I might take a nap once the stuff is done. That sounds real appealing right now. Oh God. Why me? It's like my eyes are bloodshot. I'm gonna blame Craig. Call it good.
So, like you saw, dissociative episodes are really feeling extremely disconnected from your body. Words become harder to grasp. Your senses kind of get really strange. A lot of the times it might feel like you're made out of rubber. Maybe you're a ghost. Maybe you're like transparent or invisible or not there, essentially. And that can really, that can mess with you pretty badly. For example, Craig's episode was brought on by anxiety. He's really full of anxiety. He's pretty erratic, which is what those twitches were. It wasn't a side effect of the dissociative episode. He just does that, and I don't know why. But anyway, his episode was brought on by a lot of anxiety, and the anxiety led to the dissociation when he ran out of energy, essentially, and then that just kind of progressed as it did. Thick Boy has buried himself underneath most of the blankets in our bed. I love this cat. And typically these episodes can last anywhere from like 5 minutes to a couple of days. It's not really a thing that's down to an exact science. That's the problem with the mind, is things aren't always exact with it. So that leaves a lot of room for strange things to happen and a lot of just stranger things to result because of that. So if anybody has more questions about what these dissociative episodes entail, something we may not have covered, something else you'd like to know, random questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll get to them as soon as I can. In our upcoming live stream, once we hit 1,000 followers, we're going to take essentially all of the questions everyone's asked over all of the videos we've ever posted and just talk about them in front of the camera with acrylic chasers. It'll be the both of us on camera for once, and that'll be very exciting. Something we usually live by is if one person has a question, usually more people have the same question. So for some people, this may be questions they've never heard of, never thought to ask, or information they have never encountered before. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.